Howdy guys, welcome to the cave. I'm Mark and you're watching Blue Street Customs. Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're not in the cave. What I've got to do today, since it's spring and things are starting to be nice out, is I've got to change my fuel pump. Very easy. Show you how to do it. Get this thing fired up. There's other things I have to fix. My alternator bracket is broken, so the belt is like really loose, so it squeals, very annoying. So I got to fix that, which means I'll have to take that apart, weld up the bracket, put it all back together. That'll probably be a different video. Needs a bit of a tune-up. This here is my 85 Chevy long box. It's in fairly decent condition, but today, fuel pump. Now, I do have a spare one. So I'm going to take that one out, put this one in, and everything should be good to go. So first things first, take off the supply fuel line. That out of the way. Now we'll take off the feed line. Hopefully I don't get in the way here too much, but it is a tight spot, so I'll do what I can, do my best. Hey. Now that we have the fuel line off, all I did was loosen off the clamps. These clamps here are 1/4 inch, so I'm just using a 1/4 inch driver. Now in this year of truck, in 85, they started switching over from standard nuts and bolts over to metric. It's a real pain in the ass because like half the truck is, for example, 10 mil bolt or 3/8 bolt. So when working on these things, you got to make sure you got both standard and metric. Now for the fuel pump, it's just a 7/16 socket. There's 2 bolts. Now inside here, there's a rod, little arm on the fuel pump, and that pushes against a steel rod that rides against the cam. So when you take this out, the rod will slide down. So it can be a bit of a pain in the butt to slide the rod back up there to get the swing arm back underneath it. Now that I got both bolts out, I can take the fuel pump out. Now I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but right down in here is that little steel rod. You guys can see that steel rod there, a little shiny line. That's the steel rod. Now if I push it up, you should be able to see it fall back down. So I got to make sure that rod is up to be able to slide the new fuel pump inside. And it'll ride right here. Yeah, it went on, I put some high temp gasket sealant. Push that up there. This is where you almost have to be a contortionist. Now you could probably use a flat screwdriver or something to hold it up and get this in there, but if you're quick enough, get it up to the top and slide that in. And I wasn't quick enough. Try again. Now this one is on the fuel pump compression stroke. So it's in the position that it's actually trying to pump fuel to the carburetor. So it makes it a little more difficult because now there's going to be pressure on the fuel pump. So you got to kind of compress that rod. You see how it doesn't want to sit properly? So we'll have to compress the rod a little bit so that we can start the other bolt. Good thing this one's not on a full compression, it's just starting or at the end of a compression stroke. So it wasn't too bad. Now, if you do happen to have that problem, you can get in the vehicle and just bump the starter a bit to rotate the engine and get it off that compression stroke. In this case, it wasn't too bad, so I'm good to go. And there we go. Give me a minute, I'll be right back. Hey, now that I got the fuel pump on, I can put my 2 lines on. Now I can put this one where it needs to be. Now hopefully when I crank this over, I've first got to fill up the fuel pump, fill up the line, fill up the filter before to get there. So let's hope that it fires up. I don't have to crank it too much to kill the battery. Now just remember, the alternator bracket is broken, so the belt is loose. That'll be the next thing to fix. So the belt will squeal. Well, as you can see, there is fuel in the fuel filter. It took a little bit to get the fuel up there and fill up the bowls in the carburetor, but it's running again. Now the starter sounds like it needs a shim. That's an easy fix. And of course, with any carbureted engine, you gotta let them warm up a little bit. Now you can see that alternator is shaking around pretty good. Right on, starts beautifully. Don't even have to touch the gas. Quick little crank on the key and she fires right up. Typical Chevy. So anyways, now we've got the fuel pump changed. Everything's nice and full. Probably have to clean that filter, but that's okay. We can do that at a later date. I also have a inline filter further down on the frame, and that one's new. So next task will be the alternator. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you can get notified when I post another video. Until then, later.